I want to borrow the words of Samson Ogbole, who is a senior colleague and uh, the wizard farmer. We will always say, since hunger is not seasonal, food production must not be seasonal. And that is the plain truth. We eat every day, but we find ourselves in a situation whereby farming, people only wants to farm during the rainy season due to some reasons. And that is why on today's episode, I want to talk about dry season farming, how people can cultivate their land sustainably during the dry period where most farmers are usually off the farm to return during the rainy season. So the essence of this is to make us know that we cannot achieve food security, food availability, food sufficiency if we continue in the way of farming only in the rainy season. It is not sustainable. Our population is growing and we are having more pressure and more use for land than agriculture. So we must find so many other ways by which we can increase our productivity and by not farming only during the rainy season. So though it's challenging, especially when you don't have irrigation, it's challenging to farm during the dry season, especially in Nigeria when you don't have irrigation. So, but there are some ways by which you can find your way around it and still farm sustainably. One of the ways by which you can do that is by doing water harvesting. So all of this erosion, all of this runoff we have, you can do water harvesting during the rainy season and use that one as a source of irrigation during the dry season to water your farm. So first thing first, the basic principle guiding success in dry season agriculture is your ability to provide water. And this comes farming during the dry season comes with so many advantage. One of the advantage with farming during the dry season is that there is a reduced infestation of pests and diseases. The reason being that during this dry season, the peak of the dry season, breeding process for a lot of insects. As we all know, all these insects breed more in dry location, in wet location and in moist area. So at that period, their population will reduce drastically. I'm not saying they will not exist, but the weed, also weed infestation on your farm because the land is dry and you are only applying water to your crop. So that makes your production cost to reduce because you weed fewer times than you weed in the rain season. So those are the advantage that comes with dry season farming. Another advantage that comes with dry season farming is that when you produce during the dry season, you have higher price premium for your product. Because don't forget, the Nigerian situation have so many farmers taking up another occupation during the dry season. Most of them will go to town to ride Okada. Most of them will go and drive, become a driver. Or some of them will even go and sit down at home. And this doesn't stop us from feeding. So if you can find your way, producing during the dry season, you will have a higher premium for your product because there are fewer products coming into the market, and then the law of demand and supply will take charge, and you will be having higher price and higher return on your product. That is that about that. So what are the things you need? What are the things you need to get ahead and to be successful in dry season farming? The number one thing, if you want to farm during the dry season in the Nigerian setting like this, is that you must prepare your land. You must prepare your land ahead before the dry season itself. So for example now, you prepare your land at the last rain, at the last episode of the rain, maybe around November or December, as you may have it in your location. So that's why it's usually very, very advisable. As a farmer, you should have the rain calendar by the Nigerian Meteorological Center. So it's a calendar that is being released everywhere where you'll be able to read the distribution of rain, when the rain will stop and when the rain will start. But what I'm saying in essence is that you prepare your land, you clear your land, you plow your land. If you are making ridges, make ridge at that time, when as in at the end of the rainy season, November or December, and possibly you can start cultivating. Imagine if maybe if what you are producing will take 4 months, you can start planting at that time so that your product will happen at the peak of the dry season. So that is that about that. Prepare your land at that time, but don't buy your chemical during the rainy season. Agrochemicals, according to my own experience, agrochemicals used to be very expensive during the raining period in Nigeria because many people, that is the farming period. So buy your chemical when you need them. The price will be a little bit cheaper during the dry season. So having said that, you want to produce, you want to farm during the dry season, you must bear in mind two things, uh, which is your success depend on how much you can conserve your water and how much you can make water available. As I've said earlier, uh, one of the way by which you can do irrigation without having a borehole or without having a water source, maybe a stream passing through your farm, is by doing water harvesting. You can build a water dam on your farm. You can build a reservoir on your farm whereby you will harvest water from erosion or water from your roof to be used during dry season cultivation. So having said that, make water available for yourself. Have a kind of a backup whereby you make water available for yourself. And it's also very, very important. Mulching is one of the guiding principles in dry season farming. If you want to go far in dry season farming, you must conserve water. And the only way by which you can conserve water is by mulching, whether by using grasses or by using plastic mulching. Is very, very, very important. So these are the ways by which you can conserve water and you make your production very, very viable and less stressous. But to say the fact, in all honesty, farming during the dry season, apart from the water availability, if you can sort that out and you conserve your water, it's really, really, really easier than farming during the raining period. With this, I think I've been able to motivate you guys, and I hope to see you on the farm during this dry season as we move ahead to the dry season. Because we need to produce food all year round if we want food security in our country. Thank you for staying along and for watching this video to the end. I remain my humble self, Lawa Olushola Lawa. I'm a farmer by training, by practice, and by education. In case you are watching for the first time, this channel is dedicated to promote sustainable and profitable agriculture. So if you are watching for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button to have access to more of content like this, and give this video a like so that YouTube will recommend to viewers who are also interested in this kind of content. Thank you for your time and see you on the next video. Sheshe. Peace.